Yes, Ms. Muhlasedi.
Thank you, Chairperson. Witness C, can I confirm that you are there and can hear us?
I am here and I can clearly hear you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Witness C, you were engaging the commissioners with reference to paragraph 109. You were discussing the issue of financial transfers. Could I ask you to please have regard to paragraph 110 and detail for the commission a further method in which funds would be given to General Sibiya?
Thank you, Commissioners. First thing first, Mr. Madlanga has also given us General Sibiya's phone numbers. The initial time he gave us the phone numbers, it was during the visit at his house on 6 December 2024. And then secondly, when we were upon his arrest, that is where he also gave us other contact details of General Sibiya. He also, we also asked him as to how does he pay General Sibiya. He indicated that he will do the drop-offs at the house. And then there's also a character known as Sergeant F.E. Ngosi, whom he indicates that he is the person who will be the transporting the funds from him to General Sibiya. And he also gave us the ABSA account details of Sergeant F.E. Ngosi, and also indicated that he is also in constant communication with this Sergeant Ngosi. Furthermore, that this Sergeant Ngosi is working at the National Organized Crimes, which is the unit under the direct command of the DNC, who was the General Sibiya.
Witness C, in an earlier part of your evidence, you made reference to a Sergeant F.E. Ngosi. You gave evidence that this is a police official who tipped Mr. Madlanga off about a operation scheduled at his residence. Is this the same Sergeant Ngosi that you list in paragraph 110?
That is correct, Commissioners. On the 6th of December, he did show us the contact numbers of Ngosi, of Sergeant Ngosi, but he had saved him as Warrant Officer F.E. Ngosi, where in actual fact, when we checked, because like he also had his personal number on one of the screenshots that he had, then when we checked, it was indeed determined that he is not a warrant officer, but a sergeant. And he indicated that this Sergeant Ngosi is the one who facilitates the transfers of money to General Sibiya. And in one of the conversation that Mr. Madlanga showed us, he also indicated that this Sergeant Nkosi is in possession of Mr. Madlanga's bank account card. And in some instances, after the payments by SAPS to Mr. Madlanga, then Sergeant Nkosi will facilitate that the money gets into the hands of General Sibiya. Thank you.
You use the verb transfer in the context of Sergeant Nkosi allegedly transferring money to General Sibiya. Earlier you said that General Sibiya did not want electronic transfers and that he allegedly preferred or insisted on being given cash. In normal banking parlance or language, transfer is usually used for electronic transfers. So when you say that Sergeant Nkosi would do transfers, do you mean he would transfer electronically or he would deliver physically?
Thank you, Commissioners. For the lack of a better word,
sorry, I'm very, very sorry to interrupt you. Allegedly, of course.
Yes, Commissioner. For the lack of a better word, to put it, I would say that he will serve as a messenger or a go-between who will take cash from Mr. Madlanga and transport it to General Sibiya. Thank you, Commissioners.
And just to confirm, Witness C, your evidence is that Sergeant Nkosi had access to a bank card belonging to Mr. Madlanga. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioners. In one of the Mr. Madlanga conversations with Sergeant Nkosi, he asked Sergeant Nkosi to send him the picture, the front and the back part of his business account, FNB business card. Then indeed, Mr. Sergeant Nkosi took two pictures, one with which is the front part of the FNB business account, and which was the back part of the same card of Mr. Madlanga.
Witness C, in that paragraph 110, you speak of an ABSA account. Is it different? So is there a different account, ABSA, and another one, FNB? Because now you've just mentioned FNB.
Yes, Commissioners. The ABSA bank account, Commissioners, is an account number that belongs to Sergeant F.E. Nkosi, which at the time of an interview with Mr. Madlanga, he indicated that sometimes he would do EFT transfers for Sergeant Nkosi to utilize and some to facilitate that it reaches General Sibiya. Thank you.
Thank you.
Witness C, over the course of the next few paragraphs, from paragraph 111, you are going to detail instances where Mr. Madlanga relayed to you that he provided funds to General Sibiya. Could we work through those instances one by one, beginning with paragraph 111, please?
Before you do that, Witness C, you say you conducted an investigation into who is this Sergeant Nkosi, and you found that he belongs to which unit?
The National Organized Crime Unit, which falls under General Shibiri and is overseen by Lieutenant General Sibiya.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Witness C, you were at paragraph 111, please.
Thank you. Mr. Madlanga also indicated that there was an instance when General Sibiya's son was getting married, and he was invited to that party thereof. And at that event, he had given General Sibiya an amount of 300,000 in support to of that marriage or a party. At another instance, he indicated that I can rather say it also in the vernac that he used. He said, "Yeah, General Sibiya, urata mali chelete dama." So meaning that General Sibiya loves money a lot, because he the time he went to his office at the national head office of SAPS, whereby he wanted a resolution into the issue of him utilizing the clinic at Pretoria West SAPS Academy. And then General Sibiya instructed him to place the money in the dustbin at his office. It was like he has a bathroom attached to his office.
Witness, you've been specifying the amounts. Was this amount not specified? Just say place money.
Thank you, Commissioner. For this amount, he didn't specify as to how much it was. And the question was never also asked as to how much was it.
Witness C, please then proceed to explain the contents of paragraphs 112.
Thank you. In January 2025, Mr. Madlanga indicated that General Sibiya informed him that he is buying a plot in Midrand, and the plot was to be registered under the names of his wife, and they are intending to convert that plot into a bread and breakfast. And for that, Mr. Madlanga has indicated that he had given General Sibiya an amount of 2 million rands towards the purchasing and the for the B&B. And he he had also indicated that these 2 million rands, he had personally gave it to General Sibiya at the house in Sandton, as he was directed by the general himself. This is the same house that I have indicated earlier on in my evidence that this is where a character known as Serge Kabonge also owns or resides at the same estate.
Witness C, please proceed through to finalize paragraph 112 and explain to the commissioners the manner in which the money discussed therein was handed over or dropped off to General Sibiya.
Thank you. This money, 2 million rands, was dropped off in cash at the estate in Sandton, whereby he indicated that General Sibiya came out of the house and stood by the circle, where he didn't go in. He just extended his hand from the car whilst he was still sitting in the car, and General Sibiya took the money, and then as he drove off, General Sibiya walked back into the house.
In the olden days, I would be asking about whether there is a paper trail. Paper trail, of course, you've indicated that General Sibiya allegedly insisted on cash payments. So there would probably be no paper trail pointing to him. But there would be paper trail at least showing withdrawals that are either of the exact same amounts or amounts in that region. So these days, everything is electronic, but it would still work the same way. Were you able to establish, or was someone else able to establish, if indeed there was a trail tending to match or show a link with the alleged payments to General Sibiya?
Thank you, commissioners. At the moment, at the time of deposing this affidavit, commissioners, we were still in analyzing the bank statements of Mr. Madlanga. Mr. Madlanga has a lot of bank accounts, commissioners, and the activities in those accounts are a lot. So the analysis thereof hasn't been concluded.
Thank you.
Witness C, my question related but slightly different. This estate in Sandton where General Sibiya allegedly resides, have you been able to obtain CCTV footage showing Mr. Madlanga going in and out of the estate around the same period that you mentioned in paragraph 112 of the statement?
Commissioners, that part, since I am not fully into that investigations, I won't be able to state as to whether the CCTV footage thereof had been viewed or secured or not.
Because I'm thinking if Mr. Madlanga did go to that estate and did deliver a bag. We won't know, obviously, what's inside the bag. There may well be CCTV footage that shows him entering and leaving, but also dropping off a bag or something similar to a bag. Would that not be so?
Yeah, if the area is CCTV covered, indeed, such evidence will be available.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Witness C, is it your evidence that the allegations made by Mr. Madlanga are the subject of an SAPS investigation? Is that correct?
That is very correct, Commissioners.
And
I would also like to state that on this interview, Commissioners, our main aim was to investigate the case pertaining as per Santen CAS 436 of 10/2023. But now, one couldn't put a cover on the ear and not pay attention to what Mr. Madlanga was saying to us, Commissioners. So whatever that he had said, Commissioners, is it's a matter of investigation, an ongoing investigation in the SAPS.
thank you, Witness C. To make sure that your response is properly understood, are you saying that the primary purpose of engaging Mr. Madlanga upon his arrest was to obtain information concerning the Santen case for which he had just been arrested, and therefore that the additional disclosures that he made were supplementary or secondary to your primary purpose for engaging him?
I will state it in this way, Commissioners. Madlanga was arrested as per Santen case 436 of 10/2023, which is an attempted murder case. Now, our reason for taking him to the to Boksburg police station was to detain him for that case. But he indicated that he wanted to talk. And yes, indeed, we gave him an ear so that he will talk and we will listen to what he was talking. And also the interest, another interest that I had on my side, Commissioners, it was for me, I was hoping actually that he would tell me where Jerry Bushokha was, since Jerry Bushokha even today is still missing. But unfortunately on that part, he didn't tell. So as I said, we couldn't close our ears and avoid listening to those assertions that he was making.
Thank you, Witness C. Please then proceed to discuss paragraph 113.
Thank you. Of the other things that he indicated that General Sibiya benefited from him is that he had given General Sibiya a total of 20 impalas for his plot. And unfortunately, all of the 20 impalas died. Though he didn't specify as to for which plot and how did the impalas die. I still recall when I jokingly made a remark to say that maybe the impalas didn't like General Sibiya, and then we just laughed about it. Thank you.
For completion's sake, witness C, the reference to impalas there, is that a reference to the antelope that lives in the wild?
Yeah, that is correct, yes.
Correct. And where you say in your statement, he gave General Sibiya 20 impalas for his plot, that is a reference to a plot belonging to or occupied by General Sibiya. Is that so?
Commissioners, on that, he didn't specify as to whether it's for the new plot that he had bought, that General Sibiya had bought, or the plot where General Sibiya resides as in now.
But that it was General Sibiya's plot. Is that your evidence?
Yes, my evidence is that it was General Sibiya's plot, but he didn't specify as to which of the plots.
Witness C, please then turn to the final paragraph under the subheading of General Sibiya and explain there to the Commission why you describe Mr. Madlanga as an upset and frustrated man.
Thank you. Mr. Madlanga expressed a lot of frustrations against General Sibiya, to say that after the raid at December 6, he was promised that the actions by the SAPS will be actually anything by the arts to him will be diffused. So now when we went again to his workplace, company offices on the 18th of December 2024 and the 19th of December 2024, then he became more frustrated to say that despite the fact that Lieutenant General Sibiya is the Deputy National Commissioner and he had promised him that the police won't be coming again to his either his house and or his business addresses. The team also still proceeded to his premises and conducted the compliance inspection, whereby his company firearms were also seized. And now General Sibiya, on the other side, had failed to stop that or to assist him in that manner, in that fashion. So yes, he indicated that he was very frustrated, angry at him. And he indicated that, but now for his safety, because he indicated that we call General Sibiya the pit bull. So now he indicated that for his safety, and then he would just play along with him, because fearing that should he made it known that he is no longer on his side or whatever, I do not know how to put it, then as he calls him Pitbull, he knows that should General Sibiya find out that Madlanga has changed sides, then it means that it will be the end of his life. Thank you.
Witness C, at the end of paragraph 114, you state that Mr. Madlanga expressed that despite being a deputy national commissioner, he didn't make calls to assist him when police descended on his home and business. That's, of course, a reference to General Sibiya, is that correct?
That is correct.
That's
yes.
correct. And in engaging Mr. Madlanga, did he say to you on what basis he was entitled to or demanded assistance from General Sibiya when the police descended on his home and business? What was his entitlement to that intervention from the Deputy National Commissioner?
Thank you, Commissioners. As I have indicated on the, I think it was paragraph 90 something there, where he indicated that General Sibiya, it will be paragraph 106, whereby General Sibiya came to him and asked him to please take care of him, and he will take care of him. So since now General Madlanga had been taking care of General Sibiya, so General Sibiya was also supposed to take care of him in return for that. So then now that is one of the frustrations that dawned him to say that no, I'm playing my part as in paying the general, but now the general is not assisting me in preventing all these raids by the police to his premises.
Witness C, our next subheading is titled General Feroz Khan. Before we turn to discuss that paragraph, is there anything you would like to add in respect of the discussion we've had concerning General Sibiya?
Commissioners, I think for now on that part I have said a mouthful. We can proceed to the next item.
Thank you, Witness C. Please tell the Commission what Mr. Madlanga shared about General Feroz Khan.
Let's start by identifying who General Feroz Khan is and how he fits within the structures.
Thank you, Commissioner. Please proceed, Witness C.
Thank you, Commissioners. General Khan is a Major General in the South African Police Services, attached to the Crime Intelligence National Office.
Thank you, Witness C. Please then proceed to paragraph 115.
Thank you, Commissioners. Mr. Madlanga had also, initially on the 6th of December, when we visited his house, he indicated that one of the people that he is, one of the high-ranking officials that he is close to, it's General Khan. So now he then indicated that there were disciplinary charges that were brought against General Khan in the SAPS, and that General Khan demanded an amount of 2.5 million from him. I do not know for what, but then he only gave him an amount of 500,000. And he also indicated that the way that General Khan demanded that 2.5 million from him, he showed to be threatening or intimidating him. And that made him, Mr. Madlanga, not being okay with it, as he didn't like it at all. So he didn't specify as to why the demand of 2.5 million, and whether that money, is it the money that maybe Mr. Madlanga owed to General Khan, or maybe it was for him to pay for his legal fees. He didn't indicate that, Commissioners.
Witness C, when we initially dealt with your evidence, you testified that when you interviewed Mr. Madlanga on the 6th of December, he made reference to a General Khan. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
And on the 6th of December, he told you that General Khan would regularly utilize his penthouse at Mainland Main in Pretoria. Is that correct?
That is very correct.
And so is the reference to General Khan, to the General Khan in May 2025, the same General Khan spoken to you about from the December 2024 operation?
That is correct, because he also repeated his statement by saying, and the same General Khan now, he demanded this 2.5 million from me, whereas he would from time to time utilize my penthouse at Mainland Main.
Thank you, Witness C. Our next heading is then titled General Shibiri. I am going to ask you to tell the Commission what Mr. Madlanga told you with reference to paragraph 116.
Thank you, Commissioners. General Abednego Shibiri is a Major General in the South African Police Services, attached to the National Organized Crime Unit, working under the command of Lieutenant General Sibiya. He was also close to General Shibiri, as also in the first encounter with him, he had indicated that when he was doing the name dropping, he dropped also the name of General Shibiri to say that he was close to General Shibiri. So now, at this point now in May 2025, that is when Mr. Madlanga indicated that he had, General Shibiri was celebrating his post-promotion. And for the party or the celebration thereof, he had given an amount of 80,000 to General Shibiri through a company called Black AK Trading. Then he further indicated that he had, General Shibiri wasn't happy with an EFT or electronic fund transfer to this Black AK Trading, with which they say the money was also transferred back to his Mr. Madlanga's account, and that the same amount of 80,000 was then given to General Shibiri in a form of cash.
Ms. Mutlasedi, I think you'll recall that in relation to other payments, Chair asked if there is paper trail. In relation to this one, I believe witness X gave evidence and also proof of those payments. I just wanted to place that on the record.
That's indeed correct, Commissioner. Chair, this concludes this aspect of the witness's testimony. It's in fact a conclusion of our final theme, which related to the arrest of Mr. Matlala. I sought guidance as to whether we should attempt to play the recordings now because they relate to this theme, or whether I should complete his testimony and then play the recordings at that stage.
My colleague, Commissioner Baloyi, has a question, but to respond to you directly so long, let's just finish the evidence all the way to the end.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Witness C, about General Feroz Khan, did Mr. Matlala at any point, whether on the 6th or on the day of his arrest, explain the nature of his relationship with Feroz Khan, with General Khan, rather?
Thank you, Commissioners. Mr. Matlala only indicated that he was close to to Major General Feroz Khan. He didn't indicate the nature of the relationship or the closeness of them as to what end.
And thank you. And then another question. In your paragraph 91 of the statement, right at the end, you say, I will reference, it starts this way, in the course of this section, I will reference chats obtained from Mr. Matlala's phone in support of what he shared with us. Up to this part, this end of your evidence, you haven't referenced any chats that were obtained from his phone. What is that about, that sentence? What are you referring to?
I do not have specific chats between General Khan and Mr. Matlala at hand at the moment, because I did not conduct the analysis of the imaging of Mr. Matlala's phones.
All right, let me explain my question. That paragraph, how it starts, this is where you're talking about the chats that you say were informal chats, right? Maybe let's go back a bit. You say in paragraph 90, you say Mr. Matlala was read his rights and arrested. He asked to have an informal talk with us, right? That's in paragraph 90. And then in paragraph 91, you then say the chat is recorded. And then you conclude that paragraph by saying, in the course of this section, I will reference chats obtained from Mr. Matlala's phone in support of what he shared with us. And when you turn to the next page, that's where you have the subheading, Minister Mkunu, and so on. So my question is not just about Major General Khan. It is your entire evidence about the subheadings that where you say I reference chats obtained from Mr. Matlala's phone in support of what he shared with us. Which chats are you referring to?
There will be the chats between Madlanga and Brown Mukhozi. Those are the chats that I can happily make a reference to. And the chats between Madlanga also and Sergeant Effin Nkosi when they were speaking on behalf of General Sibiya, and would also be the chats between General Sibiya. It will be, no, it will.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Let me just try and see this. Are these the chats testified to by General Kumalo and by witness B? X, I'm told. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, so correct, commissioners. The chats are the ones that yes has been testified by witness X and Lieutenant General S.D. Kumar.
All right, thank you. And then lastly,
on my part will be most especially the recording of the chat we had with Mr. Madlanga.
Right, thank you. And then lastly, these chats that are recorded between you and the evidence leader, you have referred to them as informal. You had an informal chat. What does that mean? Is these chats that you have recorded, are they not now part of your record or docket? When you say informal, why do you call them informal?
We call them informal because the engagement between a suspect and a detained person, when we formalize it, it will be in a form of a warning statement, whereby I will first read you your rights as a detained person or an arrested person, and now warn you that I'm going to take a warning statement from you. And I will further inform you that I have information pertaining the charges that you are facing, with which now I'm giving you an opportunity to can state whatever that you would want to state, and you should know that whatever that you tell me then, it will be written and used as evidence in the court of law. That will be the formal chat. Then it was before he was charged, and it was before a warning statement was obtained from you. That is why I said, as he said, that of the case, I wanted to talk. So now we are not talking about the case that he was facing there. We didn't touch at the merits of that case. We had to listen. And in addition to that, commissioners, one of the informal talks that he told us, it was that pertaining the attempted murder on Mr. Sibiya, he said to us that the car that was used there was Floyd Mabusela's BMW.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Matlasedi.
Braggingly so said that that car, you will never find it, because from the farm, he was told to destroy that car. And he was given a Mercedes-Benz for the replacement of the BMW. Now, because he made that version, we investigate whatever you say. That is why I said we do not put a cap on the ear. So we went and investigate that because that was one of our cases that we were interested in finding the solution. We investigated that up until we indeed find the car as he had indicated. And yes, indeed, the instruction was that the car must be destroyed.
Thank you, Witness C.
By the time he was arrested, he was in possession of the Mercedes-Benz, with which, when we check the history thereof, indeed the car is coming from the Mr. Msibi's side.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Witness C, we are now on page 36 of your witness statement. We commence a new heading entitled Retaliatory Efforts Against Our Work. In paragraph 117 of your statement, you set out that the work you do is constantly the subject of constant attacks. Please detail to the Commission instances of this, starting at paragraph 118.
Thank you, Commissioners. Commissioner, we like myself, I told myself I took an oath to become a police official. And that oath that I took is to serve and to protect. And furthermore, I said I will investigate without fear or favor, Commissioners. So during the process of us working on these cases, in January, I think, January 30th, 2025, I proceeded to Groenberg Correctional Facility, and there was an inmate who had invited us to say that he had been tasked, and this person was very close also to Katiso Molefe while he was incarcerated at Groenberg Correctional Facility. This inmate has informed us that he had been given a duty by the accused person and ex-police official, warrant officer Puletau, to assassinate witness A and witness B. And that arrangement was that he would contact a person from the outside that he knows as a contact of Mr. Taupule, known as Muzi, and Tau's daughter, known as Manana, that they will be the people who will be facilitating on the outside as to the payments and the resources for the assassination of witness A and witness B. So, and for this organizing this hit, he was promised that he will be given an amount of 50,000, and furthermore he will be assisted in arranging the lawyer for his appeal, as he was on the verge of appealing his sentencing. And this the very same inmate also informed us that the legal representative of warrant officer Puletau had given or finished the copies of the docket, Vereeniging case 275 of 4/2024, to Mr. Katiso Molefe. And this, to me, I find it very wrong because the docket disclosure to Mr. Katiso Molefe was not yet done, as Mr. Katiso Molefe was still on the verge of applying for a bail. So this, I can tell that the legal representative, Mr. Franz Mashele, also knew that what he was doing is very wrong by giving Mr. Katiso Molefe the copies of the docket. Mr. Puletau knew that what he was doing in organizing hitmen or to orchestrate a plan to have investigators in the SAPS, which is witness A and witness B, to be killed, it was very, very wrong. So this is one of the most disturbing parts in our lives, to say that as I have taken an oath to serve and to protect, there's one person who will go say that, no, you cannot do that because me, I am corrupt, you must be corrupted like I am. See.
Yes. Witness C, in that paragraph at the end, you say, and provided the two accused prior to the disclosure of the docket. Who are the two accused you're referring to there? Right at the end of paragraph 118.
No, he was indicating that Mr. Mashele provided the copy of the docket to Mr. Katiso Molefe and to Musake Khan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Witness C, you set out in paragraph 19 that you will, in paragraph 119, that you intend to discuss further cases that have been brought against members of your team. Can I ask you to turn to paragraph 120 and 121? With reference to 120, please read that paragraph into the record.
I have addressed the commission on the case opened by Mr. Madlanga in December 2024, which was ultimately withdrawn. Commissioners,
and that
this is very disturbing, commissioners. After our raid at Mr. Madlanga, he was advised by the senior members of the SAPS to open a false case against the members in order to stop the members from conducting their duties. And I believe that this is very wrong and this is very disturbing. We are on the very low level ranks of the SAPS. And if there are those who are in the highest line of the rank structure, the SAPS will advise.
Is this not repetitive?
Thank you, Chairperson. Resolve the issue in this manner. Witness C, please confirm that the reference in paragraph 120 to the case opened by Mr. Madlanga relates to the High Court application that you have already addressed the Commission on?
That is correct, Commissioners.
Thank you, Witness C. At this juncture, then, I would invite you to address the Commission with reference to paragraph 121.
Thank you, Commissioners. In December 2024, there were 3 cases that were opened against us, which is one case was by Ms. Fundiswa Nyangule, who is a partner of Mr. Katiso Molefe, and the 2 relatives being Lebuhang Molefe and Phumulo Fanamoloi. And the cases opened were Douglas Dale, case number 425 of 12/2024. Another one, Katlehong, 237 of 12/2024, and Kliptown case 410 of 12/2024. All these cases, the allegations were that we have kidnapped the victims, Fundiswa Nyangule, Lebuhang Molefe, and Phumulo Fanamoloi.
Thank you, Witness. Thank you, Witness C. Just as a point of clarity, do these 3 cases bear any relation to your evidence given earlier concerning efforts you took in order to arrest Mr. Lucky Molefe?
That is correct, yes. These cases, they came after we visited these 3 individuals, and the 2 of them, they took us to Standard 10 to look for Mr. Lucky Molefe in order to apprehend him or to arrest him.
You, Witness C, you told us earlier, and you repeat in this same paragraph 121, that these cases are currently with IPID.
That is correct, Commissioner.
And you don't know what is happening there, what IPID is doing with them. Have they interviewed you?
Commissioners, other members or other colleagues have been interviewed, Commissioners. I think 2 months ago, my commander came and indicated that the members of IPD would want to interview us. And since then, my commander had been making means to have these members of IPD meet with us. But then each and every day, there is a new excuse. So I do not know what is happening with the cases.
Thank you.
Commissioner Baloyi, if I may assist, yes, those cases are currently with IPID, and in fact, copies of the dockets are part of the exhibit bundle that was provided to the commissioners. That exhibit bundle is CJC 5.2 and 5.3. It was part of the broad bundle that was delivered with the witness statement of Witness A for use across all 3 witnesses. Yes, so all the dockets are contained in that exhibit bundle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Witness C, please then turn to the contents of paragraph 122. I will note that this topic was addressed in detail by Witness B, but I would invite Witness C to share in his own words his views concerning this case. Witness C.
Thank you, Commissioners. On the 7th of January 2025, we engaged with Captain Makhotle of Ballistics, FSL, Forensic Science Laboratory, Silverton. And after an engagement with him, on the 8th of January, when we went back to his office, that is where now at the office of Brigadier Mkhabela informed us that he advised the member not to engage with us anymore, and that he had advised the member, which is Captain Makhohle, to go and open a case of kidnapping against the members, with which at the moment the case is registered as case number Loate case 118 of 1/2025, with which I am one of the suspects in that case, and a warning statement had already been obtained from me. And this, I can tell that it is another way of stopping me or discouraging me and the team to conduct our duties.
Witness C, in paragraph 119, you indicate that you consider the cases brought against the team to be meritless and to serve to distract the members. With reference to the Loate case that you've just explained, please share with the Commission why you view the case as being meritless and as serving an ulterior purpose.
Thank you, Commissioners. This case, Commissioners, we contacted Captain Makhohle. I recall the day that on the 7th in the afternoon, around 2 in the afternoon, when we contacted him, it was just after I've learned that he has now been promoted to a rank of a captain. And I congratulated him to say that congratulations on your new rank. The promotion is a good thing. And we requested to meet with him. He indicated to us that he was currently on leave, but he would like to meet with us at Loate SAPS. We proceeded to Loate SAPS. We introduced ourselves even to the shift commander there. I also handed over the copy of my appointment card, so that to verify that indeed I was a member of the SAPS.
Witness C, the question is, why do you think that the case against you, kidnapping charge, is meritless? Do you want to answer that directly?
Commissioners, I was coming to that, to the answer to that. Maybe I'm taking a bit longer in a lack of a direct approach to that question, or to answering that question, Commissioner.
All right, please continue then.
If the commissioners can allow me to continue on that regard. Commissioners, at the police station, that is where now we started to have an interview with Captain Makhohle, who indicated that he would want to access the case file. He made contacts to one Colonel Mota and to Brigadier Mkhabela, saying that he would want to access the case file at the office. And then Brigadier Mkhabela gave him his blessings to say that you can contact Colonel Mota, who will open the safe for the case files for you. And then he contacted again Colonel Mota. Lieutenant Colonel Mota, in return, he said that it is just unfortunate that at the present moment where I am drunk in such a way that I cannot drive from wherever I am to the office to open. And after that call, he dropped it and he phoned back again to say that the case file has been transferred to KZN Amazon Dot. So then that is where now Captain Makhofe suggested that no, since when the case file has been transferred, let's head to my office, because on my computer system, I have each and everything that I do, I have a backup on the system. So that is when now we proceeded there. So now we went with him at his own free will, and as he is the person who directed us to there, and he is the person who asked the permission from his superiors to access the laboratory at night. Upon arrival at his office, then he was in possession of his cell phone.
But witness the kidnapping, as I understand the allegation, are related to you traveling in your own vehicle or vehicles with Captain Makhofe from Luwate to his office at the FSL. That is what it relates to. So your evidence is that we did not force him. We took him in our car because he wanted to show us his material or information at his office. He did this of his own accord or free will. Therefore, because he did this freely and voluntarily, there was no kidnapping. Is that not enough to answer the question that was put to you? Must we get all the detail relating to everything that happened during that encounter, right up to the end when you left the FSL? Is it not enough to say he came to our car voluntarily to show us what information he had at his office? Is that not enough?
Yeah, Commissioner, that is correct. It is enough, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Thank you, Witness C. Chairperson, that then brings us to our ultimate topic, which is essentially the conclusion of Witness C's evidence. Witness C, we are now at page 38, paragraph 124 of your witness statement. You indicate in paragraph 124 that you would like to address the commission about the impact of this case on your life. Can I ask you to begin that topic at paragraph 125?
And I think it's best if witnesses simply reads all of this into the record, please.
I have no objection with that, Chairperson.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. I will read as follows. I am a career policeman. I have never worked for an organization other than SAPS. I have never worked in any capacity outside the law enforcement. I view my work as a member of SAPS as a calling and not just employment. I wear my badge with pride and view my work as an invaluable contribution to the community. 21-26. In my years at SAPS, I have encountered my fair share of challenges. This includes long hours, suppressed pay, lack of recognition for sacrifices made, and the pain that comes from meeting victims of crime and bearing the responsibility to seek justice for them. However, this case has taken more from me than I ever could have imagined. I am not living a lie. I am living a shadow of my former life. On the professional front, I am no longer able to execute my duties in the manner I previously did because I cannot move freely in public without 24-hour protection. It is difficult to meet with informants or to make new connections. As my current condition is not conducive to blending in and meeting people in order to get information, I cannot go to court normally and seek my orders. My movements are not free and spontaneous. On the personal front, I cannot live a normal life. I cannot go to the gym or eat out without risking my life. I have a family that I am deeply committed to, but cannot take my family to a shopping mall or arrange that we go out on a holiday. I rarely see my family because doing so is a direct endangerment of their lives. This has alienated me from my family, in particular my wife, children, who I have not seen in an extended period of time. I bring this to the Commission's attention because it is important for them to know the sacrifice of ordinary SAPS members. We are at the cold face of justice and face the raw, unfiltered reality of fighting crime in the country. But even with all my sacrifice and hard work, I'm on the entry level of SAPS. My colleagues and I are ordinary SAPS members, and we need assistance in breaking down corruption and the politicization of the SAPS. It is difficult for us to execute our duties when the corrupt individual we have encountered are senior ranking members in the SAPS. It is impossible to fight well-resourced, organized, and ruthless criminals when your own superiors are co-opted and complicit in criminality. With the current environment, South Africa will not win the war on organized crime, CIT, transborder hijacking, drugs, kidnappings, and extortion. Corruption within SAPS only makes it hard to do our work, but it is disillusioning. It is career limiting and causes disassociation from our colleagues who avoid us. Our colleagues know that you are investigating these cases and avoid you for the fear of facing repercussions. I make this statement not to seek sympathy, but to make the Commission alive to the reality of committed, ethical, and ordinary SAPS members. I am grateful to General Mkhwanazi, who lifted the lead on our circumstances. This is the conclusion of my testimony at this juncture.
Thank you, Chairperson. That is the conclusion of witness C's evidence.
Yeah, of course, it's subject to us listening to
the recordings.
Yes.
Yes. 5 minutes to 1, Chairperson.
Should we not take the lunch adjournment at this stage? And we were told that we would be getting earphones or headphones in order to set up, get all of those. Maybe let's resume at 2 p.m.
Thank you, Chairperson. We will use the lunch to attend to those.
Get us ready. Let us adjourn until 2 p.m.